because I'm out for Japan here. Normally, please, because in actually,
how these floods have devastated most parts of the Greater Accra region.
Whoa, things are getting worse by the day. People being displaced, buildings being submerged, animals stuck in the water, pedestrians stuck in the rains, in the water, and rescue teams trying to rescue them, sometimes to no avail, and some eventually losing their lives. Oh my goodness. These are some of the worst floods ever, and they are all as a result of our own actions. Things that we know that are not good, but we still do them.
It's another day of disaster. Accra is flooded. Hours of heavy rainfall left several parts of the capital saturated, forcing gutters, drains, and other water channels to overflow, submerging communities and disrupting lives. Several areas have come underwater.
Apparently, some communities in Accra are experiencing their worst floods ever this year, the type they had experienced about 2 decades ago. For example, Alajo, that's the main place that's really flooded. Alajo, Kotobabi, all those places had flooded.
Communities that had not experienced flooding for more than 2 decades were hit, with Alajo emerging as one of the worst affected areas. The last time the community witnessed a flood of this magnitude was in 1997, under the late Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. The situation improved after former President John Adjei Kufuor constructed a door drain stretching from Achimota to Accra. But after more than 2 decades, Alajo is back in the news, this time facing one of its worst flooding disasters. Homes, mechanic shops, retail outlets, churches, and hospitality facilities were flooded, leaving several residents trapped on rooftops and vehicles. Properties were destroyed, while several vehicles were submerged.
Alajo, Kotobabi. My father has told me stories about all those places that in the past, like when my father was a kid, when they were staying there, those places were like swampy areas, like waterlogged, and people had to buy those places up and fill them up with sand and build there, although they knew that it's a waterway, right? But then everybody wants to stay in Accra. I mean, that is the main cause of these floods, okay? Everybody wants to stay in Accra, so we build on waterways, not caring about what the future holds about that particular place. What happens? We don't care. We just do what we want today because we have the money. Now, a lot of buildings had submerged in the water. People have lost their lives, animals losing their lives. Oh my God, it is getting more intense by the day. Anytime it rains.
Residents who responded to early warning signs moved to higher grounds. However, 2 fatalities were recorded. Communal rescue teams had to intervene. More than 200 people were rescued. Several homes in Aveno were also flooded, leaving hundreds displaced. The situation remains severe. Later, personnel from the Ghana National Fire Service and NADMO joined the communal rescue teams to support the evacuation efforts. As the Kwame Nkrumah Circle enclave, traders, motorists, and shop owners counted their losses as the area was also affected. The pedestrian shopping mall area stretching to the Donner Market was submerged following the overflow of the Odor River. While residents battled the flood situation, fire also swept through shops containing rubber products at the Donner Market.
Like, you know, every year, June is the month that we have very intense rains. June, July, even July doesn't really rain that much. But then June, in area we call the season from February to June, July, August, Adame. But the main season of Adame is June. It's June, like the main, when you experience the west rains, is June. And this year, oh my God, not the west rains per se. The rain is not supposed to be worse. Our actions are making it worse because June is when you experience the best rains. Those are the ones that our farmers need. You understand? It's not necessarily worse. The rivers need water. The water bodies need water. So it's not like it's worse. It's good. But then our actions are making it worse for us. People will defecate and pour it in the gutter. People will sweep their homes and dump it in the gutter. So what do you expect? When it rains, what do you expect? Yeah. I was indoors when it was raining, but I just watched everything online and I was blown away. I was really blown away. Yeah, I switched perspective to put myself in the people experiencing this in their shoes. If it were me, what would I have done? So yeah, I feel pity for them, but I can only pray for everybody. And I also pray that upcoming youth, if you want to purchase a land and you see that that land is actually in a waterway, just leave it alone. You don't necessarily have to live in Accra. I'm fed up of Accra. I'm just fed up. If I get some, I don't know, someplace far away, like far away in the bush or by the coast, somewhere. I don't want to stay in Accra. No, I don't. If I want to stay in Accra, then I have to stay in a part of Accra that is green. That is green. That's what I want for myself. I hate all the noise. I hate all the noise around here. I hate all the pollution. I hate everything. But I'm just containing it for now. I don't see the reason for all of us to say that we want to stay in Accra. But I still pray. Like, all I can say is that I pray for everybody. I pray for you that is going through this trauma, because this flood, there are videos here that I want to show you. You'll see these videos and see the intensity of what I am talking about.